Ryan Collins.
What's up, man?
Welcome to This Is Our Radio, family. How you feeling, man?
Good, man. Good. Always good, man.
All right, man. So for the people that don't know you, man, let us know where you from.
I'm from Fairview Heights, Illinois. My name's Ryan Connor. I make music for a meaning. I'm not here to make anybody turn up, as they say. I want to make sure that everybody knows that there's a problem in this world, and especially with the artists too. We need to stop the hate and bring everybody back together and reunite.
I could dig that. So, tell me what basically inspired you to get into the music.
Well, when I was always a musical kid, I would play guitar and stuff when I was younger. But the reason why I started rapping about things that I, write about now is because when my mother died when I was 14, it was very tragic. It was before I started high school, so I had to deal with a lot right then and there. So I just started writing, and all of a sudden, man, just started making all these tracks. That was back in 2009, and now, I'm at where I'm at now.
So just to touch bases on it, so with your mother's death, man, at an early age, like you said, in high school, man, that's real tragic, man, and your mama is, all you got. You only get one of them. So with losing mom, man, so how much did that get you the drive to focus on getting into that music?
Oh, it definitely helped me because, then I started seeing my other brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest child of 5, and they, how they took it, so I wanted to make sure that I can have everybody know it's good to talk about it, and that's why I talk about it in my music and stuff. It's always good to talk about something before you actually, might go off the break, what I mean?
And to feel better out. That's the way you could get out and cope with it, you feel me? That's a better way for you to cope with it.
That's the way I was able to cope with the pain,
Yeah. So, what you got, you showed me 2 albums that you got going on, man. So give me some background on a few of your albums that you have dropped.
So I have The Truth Hurts, which is all clean music. A few of them I'm playing the guitar and stuff on. But it's all clean music, and it's basically telling you that the truth does hurt. You know what I'm saying? So here you go, just take all this, and deal with it. You know what I mean? We ain't got no other choice but to deal with it,
Yeah.
The second album is a collaboration album with my buddy California Polo Band from California. It's called Il Cali, from the 619 to the 618,
Yeah.
So that one's a good one. We did 12 songs in 2 short weeks, and we wrote them, recorded them, boom, all 2 weeks it took for the whole album, which is, the song Il Cali on there explains how we got together and stuff, so you gotta look that up. It's, on SoundCloud and everything, on Speak Real Words on SoundCloud.
So, tell me with your music being clean, man, you was sitting here and we was talking, and we was saying how, I was telling you, it's competitive out here, you know what I mean? And how you got to stand on your brand and stand on you being you and making your way, because it's a lot for everybody to eat. It's enough for everybody, you know what I mean? But like I was telling you, you got to stand in there and demand your piece. You feel me?
Yeah.
And with you saying you got the clean music and everything, and everybody got a different mind state with how the music going and what kind of influence they basically pushing out. So how do you feel? I know you feel a lot of pressure with that. You know what I mean? So tell me, what are you going through? How you getting through it? And how are you dealing with it right now?
Well, a lot of people's following the trends of, the music that's going on, around, especially on the radio and stuff, which is cool. But I like to target a different audience to where I can make sure that they're going to listen. So instead of performing at a club, you know what I mean, do a fundraiser, you know, or for an organization or for a good cause, you know what I mean? That's when the people are really going to grasp to it, So then once I do that, then it'll be out in the clubs, I'll be like, okay, I know this dude.
Yeah. So with your place right now, like how comfortable are you as an artist? Because you produce your own music, bro, from what I understand. You writing your own L's, and you basically doing everything on your own, recording yourself. Like you said, you a jack of all trades. You feel me? So with that, doing it by yourself, how do you feel you should be placed inside of this culture, inside of this 618 culture, this rap culture, with everybody doing what they doing?
Well, you know, like you said, I did everything myself. I was self-taught, you know, and it was definitely hard. But now it's, you know, I should have some other people take over, you know, and maybe throw something out, you know, there, you know. But yeah, so I'm definitely not I'm not one to fit in. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit strange. You know what I'm saying? A little bit different. So yeah, it's hard to get along with everybody else, only because of my music, because they, you know, they want to be known for their music. Well, I want to be known for my music in the right way.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to be known for, you know, killing people. Like I said, it's getting so frustrating. You can't even walk down the street no more without taking the chance of your life being taken.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be like that. I want to make sure that, especially this generation, because it's like the younger kids are definitely following it.
Yeah.
Get in them high schools. You know what I mean? Get in them high schools. Tell them kids, you know, what they need to be doing instead of living the, you know, some of the life that I live.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that's what people fail to realize. Like, that's the perfect angle, and that's what we need to get back to, especially as being a music artist. It's just that music has so much of an influence on a person's life, you know what I mean? And if you pumping out negative energy or bad vibes, it can sound good on the beat, you know what I mean? But you still giving out that vibe that it's cool to get out here and go rob somebody or kill somebody or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do something so negative and not try to shed a positive light with doing the music. It's a real bad influence, and it's a trend, and it's a very bad trend. These youngins following it, and it's you know what I mean? It's leading up to nothing but bad. But with you putting out them good vibes, bro, it's good to start right there. Start while they're young, bro, and get it to them while they're young, so they won't get out and make those mistakes.
What
Like you said.
disappoints me, you know, especially local rap, when somebody puts a song out and says, "I'll kill you" or something like that,
Right.
you know, whatever.
Right.
But it's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah.
Like, nah. Like, let me make sure how you gonna control yourself on doing that before you get yourself hurt. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just definitely a good thing I've been doing, and that's why I haven't been really well known for my music locally. Is because I'm trying to target some other groups. I'm not trying to target everybody that everybody's following on Facebook and social media.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to really follow all of them. I'm trying to get in the organizations. You know, all my music's clean. You know what I mean? And so it's definitely a different grasp on music and rap.
So let's talk about what's one of your favorite songs off of your previous albums. Which one of your favorites?
Probably the on the Truth Hurts album, probably How Do We Know? Because the first verse, I just start every line is, how do we know? How do we know who's real, who's fake? How do we know this isn't a dream and we're not awake? How do we know when the truth is being told? How do we know if the truth won't be unfolded? You know what I mean? So that's, you know, and I took and that song took a while to make and write too, because I thought about everything that everybody's doing wrong with what I've learned in my, you know, getting older. And I'm like, man, how do we know when the love is real? How do we know when they're telling you exactly how they feel? How do we know if the truth won't hurt? How do we know if the truth won't set you free? You know what I'm saying? How do we know how much we can take? How do we know when it's just too much that we can't take it? You know? So it's definitely a good, you know, clever song. You know, that's a very repetitive song, and I don't like repetitive music. You know, like some of the music, and that's very repetitive one. But yeah, How Do We Know? I got a music video shot to that too. I shot a couple years ago.
Yeah. So, let's tell the people what some shows you done, you know, what's on your resume, what you out here, what you getting into, what's next for Ryan Connor, man.
Well, the one that I'm always excited to do every year is the Hero Inside organization, which is part of the Fairview Heights community. It's for heroin awareness, heroin addiction, and, you know, overcoming that. So I'm glad to be a part of that with Nick Min. I'm sure you know Nick Min.
You doing good. Hey, you doing good cause, bro. Let's turn.
So look them up, heroinside.org. So the Hero Inside organization is something that we do every year. The Peace Fest also in Belleville, right on the square, August 9th. You know, it's right around August sometimes.
Okay.
You know? So, you know, that's definitely, you know, like I said, I like to, you know, do those type of shows, you know, where it's, you know, the Peace Fest, you know what I'm saying? We also got some other stuff coming up at the food bar, which is cool, you know. it's all right. You know what I mean? But you know, make sure everybody else feels my music at these fests I be doing. You know.
So I got a fun question for you before we wrap our interview up. So, if you could change the world, bro, what ways in a perfect world for you, how would the world be?
Well, definitely share the love. You know, there's too many people judges a book by its cover. You know, and I know that's an old saying, and everybody's like, well, duh. You know, that's obvious. It's like, well, you know, make sure that you understand everybody's story before you actually look at them and try to tell who they are just by maybe what they're wearing. You know, maybe that's why people wear a lot of flashy stuff, because they want to, you know, have a persona that they might not, you know, not be. But yeah, make sure that everybody can get along, man. You know, it's too many deaths going on still for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? So that's definitely one way I would change the world, man.
I can dig it, man. So let the world know where we can find you at, man.
So Facebook and Instagram and SoundCloud at Speak Real Words. No spaces, you know, just Speak Real Words. YouTube, just type in Ryan Connor, Ryan B.Eatz Connor. I'll pop up. Yep.
Thank you, man, for sitting with This Is Our Radio, bro. I appreciate you,
Yes,
and we're
sir.
looking forward to doing
No problem, man. Appreciate
some more
you,
work
man.
with you, bro.
Yes,
and
sir.
we are out.